Mr. Richardson, great to see you here at Oulton Park, and a fantastic...
All these times we can't shake your hand, can we? So.
No, we can't. We can do elbows. There we go. Elbows at a distance. Awesome. I mean, yeah, fantastic qualifying that you've had. You've had a fourth this time as well.
Amazing. Well, I tested yesterday, done 2 sessions yesterday, and the first session I was doing 2 minute 6s. Then I went out on the second session, done 2 minute 4s, and now to come in and qualify on a 2 minute 2. So it's 2 seconds every time I go out. So, and to go fourth, I mean, last year we were struggling learning the car, the setup and everything, and we had loads of issues, but it was a learning curve. And now it's starting to pay off, and I've got smiles all round. It's just, it's mind blowing. There's nothing else like it in this planet, I'll tell you. I know I'm only fourth, but to me I'm winning. Do you know what I mean? I got drive for a weekend last weekend, so I got a trophy, removed the wedding photo and put that on the shelf, which is still there now. But yeah, there's not a buzz like it, and I enjoy it every day.
Awesome stuff. And with mask on the subject, with smiles on your mask there as well, I'm sure there's smiles underneath. It's probably the best mask we've seen in the paddock so far.
Well, it is, mate. Well, come and see me after race 1, and if it's not, I'll just turn it the other way. Or from the side, it looks like another brand of shopping, online shopping thing from a side angle, but you know, I don't mind. I'm buzzing, so it's all good. So
awesome stuff. Well, best of luck for today, and we hope we get a podium out there.
Oh, I will do, mate. And if I do get on the podium, come and see me, mate, 'cause I'm going to be ecstatic.
Awesome stuff. Best of luck.
Cheers, mate.
Green flag is waved at the back of the grid. 32nd board is simultaneously even shown at the front of the grid. And we are about to go racing because the 5-second board is shown. So Ryan Polly in the silver and orange car on the front left of your screen. Black and blue for Ollie Waynes alongside him. The red lights go out. The race gets underway. And heading up towards Old Hull Corner for the first time, Stephen Richardson, number 7, has made a very good start there, and he has got his nose in front. The pole position driver, Ryan Polly, has fallen back a little bit, down to about 3rd or 4th position as they head through Old Hull Corner for the first time. And then, one of them going very wide. That was the 7 car of Stephen Richardson. So he's lost ground again. And now it's the 21 car. It's got to get on further back. There's some contact. Tom Hall's involved. Also the number 55 car as well. That's Justin Griffiths. Both of them off. Now, have they kept it out of the gravel there? Are they going to be able to restart the race? I rather fear that Neil Heath is going to be stranded there. Indeed, out of the car already. That, in fact, is the 99 car, isn't it? Neil Heath. I beg your pardon. I thought it was Tom Hall initially, but we've got the safety car being scrambled. It looks like the 55 car of Justin Griffiths is reversing out of the way. So I think we're going to get possibly a safety car. We'll wait and see. The safety car's at the end of the pit lane. It's not yet been released. We're waiting for the cars then to reappear over Hilltop. And who is in front? It is the 21 car of Scott Edgar that's in the lead. It looks like Ollie Wayne, who started on the front row in 2nd position, and Ryan Polly is in 3rd place as they come through Hislopston and then Knickerbrook for the first time. It's a 15-minute race, this one. They're lapping in around about 2 minutes. So I reckon they'll get 8 laps out of this one. So heading up Clay Hill towards Druids for the first time in this race. Good to see spectators here at Oulton Park, a few photographers there enjoying the action. There's Ryan Polly trying to get 2nd place away from number 86, Ollie Wayne, there as they head through Old Hall, through Druids I should say, and they are still side by side, almost mirror to mirror as they head down towards Lodge Corner for the first time in this race. Ollie Wayne not wanting to give way, but ultimately he has to, and it's number 1 Ryan Polly that goes through into 2nd place, but he's got a little bit of work to do to get back on terms with the 21 Scott Edgar car. He is our race leader. He won the last round of the championship at Brands Hatch as well. A bit of a slide there from number 44 David Garside in 4th position. Look at this, side by side further back. That's Stephen Langton and Andrew Harding. Now Andrew was a bit further back on the grid than he would have liked. He only managed to get 3 laps in qualifying this morning. So he is just gradually climbing up the order, up into 11th now. He started 16th on the grid. So a good first lap for him. We did lose, though, a couple of cars on that first lap, of course. I think 18 of them have made their way round at the end of the first lap, and it's the number 7 car of Stephen Richardson that's right at the back, having made that good start, but then lost it just a little bit further round the lap. So 12 minutes to go in this race. We wait for the leaders to reappear over Hilltop, and there's Stephen Langton then, number 11 in the Yoo-Hoo backed car, and he had a pretty good race last time out, I remember, at Brands Hatch. But there is the battle for the race lead now, because Ryan Polly, number 7, is right with number 21, Scott Edgar. And then in third place is Ollie Wayne. He's a little bit further back now, but Ryan Polly is heading to the part of the circuit where he was quick on the previous lap, because that's where he got ahead of Ollie Wayne, and he's to the outside line of Scott Edgar. Can he go all the way around the outside of Druids? Surely he can't. No, he can't. So it is Scott Edgar that's holding on at the moment. These two were first and second in the last round of the championship at Brands Hatch. Ryan Polly not giving up here. It was a poor start from pole position that he's trying to atone for. Loses a little bit under braking there, it's fair to say. But manages to hold on to second place. And he's door handle to door handle again. They're going to be side by side over the line, coming through to complete lap number 2. And Ryan Polly, importantly, is going to have the inside line for Oulton corner as well. And Ollie Wayne here is going to try and buy into this as well. He's going to go second. Scott Edgar's lost 2 places in 1 corner. You can see Ollie Wayne's there with the black cross on the yellow background on the back of his car. That signifies he's a novice. Well, he's not racing like one. Up to third place, ahead of Scott Edgar there, really taking advantage when Ryan Polly, the champion, reigning champion, former Stock Hatch champion as well, went through into the lead at Oulton corner. So it's number 1, Ryan Polly leading, but it's now number 86, Ollie Wayne, in second position. In third place is number 21, Scott Edgar. And fourth is 44, David Garside. And fifth, going well, is the number 31 car of Jay Daniels. But there you can see Ollie Wayne, 34 years of age, from Nottingham, an RAF engineer. Started karting initially back in 2011. He's done the British 24-hour race at Teesside in the past as well, and now is moving from the first time from karts into cars. He's giving a very good account of himself. He's done the first couple of meetings, but this is his by far the strongest showing from him so far. And look at that in the background as well. The car with the orange bonnet you can see is Jay Daniels. Now he's in 5th position. It looks like he's in stuck between attack and defence there, because he's got right behind him the number 17 car of Simon Freeman, just ahead of him the number 44 car of David Garside. So this is Jay Daniels, his best showing of the season so far. Well, we've got one car that's off. That is the number 56 car that's had a big off there. That's Chris Lawrence. He's lost the rear window, but he is going to get back into the race by the looks of it, with a little bit more air conditioning than he initially hoped. So that's a slightly bizarre one. 9 minutes to go in this race. Lawrence was in 9th place, wasn't he, when all of that happened. Back with Jay Daniels then, in 5th position. Number 31, the driver from Suffolk. He's got right behind him number 17, Simon Freeman, and also 22, Chris Key, who's actually gone down a couple of positions. Out front, I can tell you that Ryan Polly's pulling away in the lead. But Jay Daniels there is looking to try and get 4th place away from number 44, David Garside. And Garside, you can see, another driver, as is number 22, Christopher Keir, with a novice cross on the back of his car. And K-Tec Racing Clio 182 Championship really is an excellent championship for novices to make their way into. It's very tightly controlled, the car's very evenly matched and very affordable as well. It's an excellent way to make your first steps into car racing, as people like Ollie Wayne have done as well. So 8 minutes have gone by, or still to go. 7 minutes have gone by. Jay Daniels in the 31 car with the sort of checkerboard roof, and I think he uses that to help get sponsorship as well by selling those squares. He's there in 5th position in the thick of a really good scrap here with Simon Freeman and David Garside as well, number 44. About halfway through this race then, Ryan Polly still leading, by the way, from Ollie Wayne. But here's the fight that we're focusing on. Don't forget there's also Chris Keir and Tom Hall, the number 88 car, involved in this one as well. Oh, and a big moment there for number 22. That's Chris Keir, and he's off into the gravel, so he's lost a couple of places there. He'll drop from 7th to 8th. He might lose another place as well, because, yeah, Josh Larkin has the momentum as he climbs up Clay Hill. It's the last place you want to lose momentum, really, climbing Clay Hill. So he's lost a couple of places there with that wild moment coming through Necker Brook. That's number 22, Christopher Keir, another driver that's quite new to the championship, 7th in the points coming into this weekend. Now Simon Freeman is fourth in the points coming into this weekend. He's trying to go around the outside of 5th place man Joe Daniels there at Lodge Corner. That's not something that you normally see done, and he's halfway done the move, but he's going to be on the outside line going into Oulton Corner. In fact, he's tucked back in behind Daniels now as they come over the line. Is he going to have another attempt as they go into Oulton Corner? He does. Jay Daniels a bit wide there as well, so that's made it a little bit easy for Simon Freeman. So Daniels a little bit deep into the corner there. Simon Freeman therefore goes through into 5th position. And he's going to lose another place as well, I think. It happens so often, doesn't it? Tom Hall, number 88, going up into the top 6 as well. So that'll be a frustration for Jay Daniels after a good start for this race. There's Tom Hall then, number 88, now just ahead of Jay Daniels as they go under braking for the hairpin at Shell Oil's corner. Making their way through the right-hand kink before the left-hand, right-hand, left-hand chicane at Britain's. Chicanes have been there for well over 20, 25 years now, something like that, haven't they? Dropping back down the hill, go the lead. You can see Ryan Polly out in front though. He's not extended his lead over by a desperate amount over Ollie Wayne. It's about 1.6 seconds, it was at the beginning of this lap anyway. But there's the 44 car going through, which is David Garside in 4th place, and it's now of course Simon Freeman behind him in 5th, and then Freeman's teammate Tom Hall in 6th position. There's the top 3 once again, and Ollie Wayne still doing very well there in 2nd place. Scott Edgar's got a bit more experience in car racing. He's been in Clios for a little while, but a mistake there on the exit. A bit too much curb and grass being taken by Ollie Wayne. Now, does that cost him as they head into the braking area for Lodge Corner? Answer that question appears to be no. So Ollie Wayne in the 86 car still there in 2nd, but Edgar looks to get a good run up Deer Leap. And is he going to be challenging going into Oulton Corner? They're going to be side by side for 2nd and 3rd positions, and it's Wayne that holds on. Scott Edgar not really able to make the move he would have hoped there. Better exit though, and Scott Edgar just about clinging on. Now, if Wayne can, no he can't quite. I thought he might be able to stay alongside down the avenue through Denton's and have the inside line for Cascades, the left-hander at the bottom of the hill, but that couldn't work out. So they make their way along the Lakeside Straight through Island Bend, past the Island hairpin that's used by the British Touring Car Championship amongst other categories. They turn their way at the Shallows Corner on the full international circuit here at Oulton Park. And it's Edgar, number 21 there, in 2nd place, now ahead then and trying to keep Ollie Wayne at bay. Making their way through Britain's once again. It's got Edgar, the 32-year-old director of Up to Plate Limited. It's a construction company, and he has been racing now for 3 years in the K-Tec 182 Championship. Already this season he's had his first win in the Clios. We'll do well to get it from here because we've got only about 3 and a bit minutes left to go in this race. He's got a couple of seconds now to make up to Ryan Polly, the grandson of the hot rod legend, George Polly, of course. And Ryan now making his own name for himself in racing as well, with the success that he had in Stock Hatch a few years ago, the last ever Stock Hatch champion, and then winning the K-Tec Clios last year. So he's leading by 2.25 seconds from Ollie Wayne. And you can, or from Scott Edgar now, because it's changed since the beginning of this lap, of course. And then Wayne right behind him. There's a gap of about 5 seconds from 3rd back to 4th, which is still, I think, in the domain of Simon Freeman. We are going to get 2 more laps out of this race, so that's 8 laps that we'll get. We've had 6 laps completed. On that lap, Scott Edgar has taken some time out of Ryan Polly, though. The gap's down to 1.8 seconds, so only 2 laps to try and close in, though. He's got a lot of work yet to do, has Scott Edgar, if he's going to catch Ryan Polly. Wayne just there in 3rd place, not quite looking as if he can stick with Edgar now, but it's been a very good, very strong race that he has had. No disgrace in being beaten by the 2 drivers that are 1st and 2nd in the championship. There's Polly turning his way through Shallows Corner. 21 Edgar in 2nd place, and 86 Waned in third. Just under 2 minutes left to go, so they'll get to the end of this lap and then they'll get one more in to make it a 15-minute race. Heading over hilltop once again, the top three. Dropping back down the hill into our sights. At the bottom of the hill at Knickerbrook. K-Tec Racing Clio 182 Championship has 2 races today, of course, here at Oulton Park. Holly Edgar Dondegraaff, who's not racing today, and Simon Freeman, the leading drivers in the championship coming into this weekend. So it's sort of going to form amongst the first 2 at any rate. K-Tec Racing supported this championship for the past few seasons, always grateful to all of our sponsors and a very active part of the championship as well. They are the official suspension suppliers for the championship, with control parts for suspension and indeed many of the parts in these Clios. 40 seconds of the race to go, so they will go on now to their final lap of the race. The gap has stayed about the same as it was. It's 1.93 seconds first to second, and just under a second between Edgar and Waned in second and third position. It's still Simon Freeman fourth, David Garside fifth. Jay Daniels is back to sixth. He's got back ahead of Tom Hall. Josh Larkin eighth, Andrew Harding ninth, and Stephen Langton rounding out the top 10. Stephen Richardson, by the way, is back up to 13th, having made that 12th actually as he passes my commentary box window, because he made that good start to the race, but then it very quickly went pear-shaped, and he is now trying to fight back. So we've run out of time in this race, so this is definitely going to be the final lap. Ryan Polly, from this position, you would think should be able to hold on here, barring any mistakes. Through the right-hander before the left-hander at Britain's, the chicane. 6 car of Waned, climbing up and over hilltop, down towards the Hislop chicane and Knickerbrook they go, and it's looking relatively settled, isn't it, out front for these first 3 places, certainly. And looking at the gaps a bit further back, I guess the question is whether Jay Daniels can fend off Tom Hall. I don't think Stephen Richardson's going to make up any more places from the 12th, because he's got about a 10-second gap in front of him. So there's Polly looking fairly comfortable now. This will be his 4th win of the season. 10-round championship this year, more rounds to come at Mallory Park and Silverstone to round out the year. It's going to be the best 8 of those 10 that count. So 4 wins from the first 5 races should, you would hope, stand him in pretty good stead for the championship. Scott Edgar, though, is going to chase him all the way. It's going to be a 3rd, 2nd place finish of the season for him, but a 4th win for Ryan Polly. He wins round 5 of the K-Tec Racing Clio 182 Championship. In 2nd place is Scott Edgar, 3rd Ollie Waned, but everyone is trying to be 4th by the looks of it. Oh no, this is a bit further back, actually. It's Tom Hall who's going to come through ahead of David Garside, so there's been a bit of a shake-up there on the last lap out of our sight. Not quite sure what's gone on there, but Tom Hall has come through to 5th in the number 88 car. In 6th place, number 44, David Garside. He was 4th for a lot of the race. It was Simon Freeman, sorry, that came through in 4th. Beg your pardon, we missed him go through. He was a few seconds ahead of that. So 4th, number 17, Simon Freeman. 5th, number 88, Tom Hall. 6th, number 44, David Garside. 7th, number 13, Josh Larkin. 8th, number 31, Jay Daniels. You could throw a pocket handkerchief over those 4. They were separated by less than 4/10 of a second. Then Andrew Harding and Stephen Langton rounding out the top 10. So that was a fantastic race for the K-Tec Racing Clio 182 Championship. They'll be out again a little bit later for a 2nd race with the grid set based on fastest lap times in the 1st race. And looking at our screen, I think that will mean that actually the top 4 finishers, I think, are going to line up in the first 4 positions on the grid unofficially. We'll get confirmation of that a little bit later on. But that is the K-Tec Racing Clio 182 Championship. Still 2 more races to come before the lunch break here, and we pause for breath here on the Alpha Live stream. And those are going to be for the Swallow Hill Homes F1000 Championship, and also the BMW Car Club Racing Championship as well. So the drivers heading round on the slowing down lap. You can see Ryan Polly, hand out of the car, waving to the marshals, and that always means so much to the marshals as well. I know that they get the support and appreciation of the drivers as they head around the lap. So, well, the conditions now here at Oulton Park, blue sky out of our country box window. As we check the results then, it was Ryan Polly that took the win in that 8-lap race. He had the win from number 21, Scott Edgar, the gap about 2.3 seconds in the end. In third place, number 86, Ollie Wayne, his best performance to date in the K-Tec Racing Clio 182 Championship. Fourth to number 17, Simon Freeman. In fifth place, number 88, Tom Hall. In sixth place, number 44, David Garside. Seventh to number 13, Josh Larkin. Eighth, number 31, Jay Daniels. Ninth to Andrew Harding. Good comeback from him from 16th on the grid. Stephen Langton, 10th. Christopher Keir, 11th. And Stephen Richardson, 12th in the end, having been leading very briefly at the start of the race. 13th to Michael Ward. Then Gareth Tansey, James Bishop, Simon Vincent and Alan Peterson. Chris Lawrence we lost. He did eventually retire after that collision with the barriers at Knickerbrook. And the two we lost on the opening lap at Cascades, Neil Heath and Justin Griffiths.
Oh, Ryan Polly, a fantastic race on that one. Well done. It looked like a nice, hard-fought race all the way through.
Yeah, I'd done my usual mess of start up again, but after a couple of laps, I got clear, got back to the front, and just had to finish from then.
Yeah, excellent stuff. I say there was a bit of carnage a little further back in the pack that we saw. Luckily, it looked like everyone managed to get away with it, apart from a couple. But yeah, it was a hard-fought race. And again, last time we spoke to you was, I think I spoke to you, was at Snetterton, and we had a couple of wins there as well.
Yeah, Snetterton was really good, double win there. Brands wasn't quite so good, but we seem to be back where we was today. Just hope I can keep this good run up.
Excellent stuff. Well done on the first place.
Thank you.